those issues, also to indicate what actions you've taken and how you plan to resolve these issues going forward. Now, before we completely engage, I would like to invite you to to introduce yourselves.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning.
It's afternoon by my watch.
Yes.
Okay, good morning this afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Afternoon, permanent witnesses. My name, like you have mentioned, Chair, I'm Robert Tambo, the Council Secretary from MUFUMBWE, and I have my team who introduce themselves.
Starting maybe from your immediate right.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, committee members. My name is Mary Chiponge. I'm Director, Human Resource and Administration from MUFUMBWE Town Council. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members of the committee. My name is Cindy Kunkulu, Council Advocate for MUFUMBWE Town Council. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Venon Sangungula, Director of Engineering Services. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josephine Mwaba. I'm the Director Planning.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members. I'm Sikazo Granary. I'm the Chief Internal Auditor, MUFUMBWE Town Council.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ruben Mwandonga, Director Finance.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members of this committee. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mwambaz Gilead. I'm the Chief Procurement and Supplies Officer, MUFUMBWE Town Council.
Permanent witnesses.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon to you and the Honorable Committee. MUFUMBWE, good afternoon. My name is Charles Wukolo from the Office of the Auditor General.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee, and good afternoon, MUFUMBWE Town Council. I hope you've come with God for us. My name is Walia William Tale from the Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Good afternoon, MUFUMBWE. My name is Barnabas Chindima, Senior Monitoring and Evaluation Officer at the Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, honorable members of the committee. MUFUMBWE Town Council, good afternoon and you're welcome. My name is Joyce Kubansa from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Okay, our colleagues behind.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Fred Siam is my name, from Ministry of Finance and National Planning, also the Controller of Internal Audits. Thank you.
There is one more. Okay, the auditors from the province.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Chair, once more, and your honorable committee. Good afternoon, MUFUMBWE Town Council. My name is Alphonsus Malambo, Director, Northwestern Province, under the Office of the Auditor General. I'm accompanied by my colleague who's going to introduce himself. I thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee. Good afternoon, CS and the team. I'm Siwila Eddy, Principal Auditor in the Office of the Auditor General, Solwezi.
Thank you, Secretary of Staff.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muchindo Munsanje from the Office of the Clerk.
Good afternoon, Chairperson. Good afternoon, members of this committee. My name is Emma Mwandila from the Office of the Clerk of National Assembly.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members of the committee. My name is Licha Hawamunyima from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members, and good afternoon, witness. Fabian Litia, my name, from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly. Thank you.
Emmanuel Walia from the Office of the Clerk. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Ronald Semani from the Office of the Clerk.
Okay, thank you. Honorable members, starting from my far right.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. George Kasabila Kandafula, Member of Parliament for Serenje. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, MUFUMBWE Town Council. I'm Honorable Chala Paul, MP for Chipiri constituency, in Chipiri district, Luapula province. You are welcome and thank you.
Honorable members on my left.
Thank you, Chair, and welcome, MUFUMBWE. My name is Newton Samakai, Member of Parliament for Mwinlonga constituency. I know why you are looking at me. I'm Ernest's father.
We'll give you time after the meeting to do further extended interaction. Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Kensi Aksumo, Member of Parliament for Rufanyama constituency. Welcome, MUFUMBWE.
Thank you, Honorable. For those members who are following or attending the meeting virtually, if you are still available, kindly introduce yourselves. All right, I'm Honorable Anthony Kasandwe, Member of Parliament for Bangolo constituency in Zambia district, chairing this committee this afternoon. As I said, CS and your team, this is your committee, okay? And to help us engage you effectively and to create a level playing field, I would like to insulate you with Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, which entails that the information you are going to provide to this committee this afternoon cannot be used against you outside Parliament or indeed in a court of the laws within Zambia. But if you deliberately elect to mislead the committee, the same Cap 12 will be used against you. But it is a belief of this committee that you have no intention whatsoever to mislead the committee. And we will proceed as follows. You read your audit query, and then you provide management response, action taken, and what you've planned to do in terms of remedial measures. CS, you may speak to your submission.
Thank you very much, Chair. On the audit findings, starting with Appendix 1, that is on audit opinion, management response, the observation of the Auditor General are acknowledged, and we wish to state that...
You can just lower your mic a bit. Yep. All right.
Hello?
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, on management response, the observation of the Auditors General are acknowledged, and we wish to state that the financial statement have been verified and a favorable opinion given as shown at Appendix A. Can I proceed, Chair?
Please, do so.
Then on Appendix 2, that is on the budget, funding, and expenditure. Management response, cause of query. The observation of the Auditors General is acknowledged, and we wish to state that the variances were due to unspent funds still in the Council at the close of the year. The unspent funds relate to the committed government program Cash for Work. Then on action taken, the Council has since spent the funds. On remedial measure, Chair, the Council will ensure that we spend funds according to the committed government programs and activities. On Appendix 4, that is on the other deliverable targets, outputs not achieved.
We can go to page 4.
Management response. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation on deliverable targets, wishes to state that the cause of query, action taken, remedial measure are as shown in the table attached, and that is on Appendix 1. Then on Appendix 18, the failure to fill vacant positions, Chair, The cause of query, the Auditors General's observation are acknowledged, and we wish to state that the staffing levels were sufficient to satisfy service delivery needs of the district in line with the annual budget. Chair. Then on action taken, the Council has no capacity to fill all the 345 positions as per Town Council establishment. Hence, the Council made recommendation to the Local Government Service Commission to fill only critical vacancies or vacant position, which 8 have since been filled, Chair. And the details are at Appendix 2. Then on remedial measure, Chair, the Council will ensure timely recommendations to the Local Government Service Commission. Then on Appendix 32, which is non-maintenance of properties, the cause of query, the Auditor General's observation are acknowledged and wish to state that this was due to frequent usage of facilities by the intended or stakeholders. Then on action taken, the Council has since maintained the proper and documents are available for verification, Chair. At Appendix 3. Then on remedial measure, the Council will ensure that the maintenance plan is adhered to. Then at Appendix 41, which is the non-settlement of statutory and other obligations, cause of query, the auditor's observation are acknowledged, and the Chair, this of the obligation was due to inadequate resources. However, on action taken, Chair, the Council has since paid a total amount of 118,557.16. That is from 1st January 2025 to date, and is committed to continue liquidating the outstanding obligation. The details are at Appendix 4. Then on remedial measure, the Council will ensure to follow the payment plans with various statutory bodies. Then at Appendix 42, which is the non-settlement of staff obligations, cause of query, non-settlement of staff obligations, action taken, Council has since paid a total amount of 180,561.22. That is from 1st January 2025 to date. And we are committed, Chair, to continue liquidating the outstanding obligations. The details are at Appendix 5. Then on remedial measure, the Council ensure to follow the payment plan. Then Appendix 48, unspent funds sector grant account. Cause of query, the observation of the Auditors General are acknowledged, and we wish to state that these are funds held on account for various committed sector programs, Chair. Then on action taken, the Council has since spent the funds in the grant sector account for the various departments and programs such as healthy, agriculture, as well as cash for work programs. Then on remedial measure, the Council will ensure that the funds are utilized according to committed programs and activities. Then Appendix 49, which is the management of cash for work programs, cause for query, the observation of the Auditors General are acknowledged, and we therefore wish to state that the unspent funds were as a result of late receipt of funds in the period under review. Then on action taken, the Council has since spent the funds by recruiting and paying the cash for work beneficiaries. The details are also at Appendix 6. Then on remedial measure, Chair, the Council ensure that this ensure to according to committed government programs. Then Appendix 53, which is unspent funds, and that is a Zambia Devolution Support Program. Cause of the observation of the Auditors General is acknowledged, and we wish to state that this was due to late receipt of funds and the subsequent delayed in approvals. Then on action taken, the Council has since spent the funds and the documents are available for verification. There, that is just a photo of the road done under the same program. So the details are appended at 7. Then on remedial measure, management to ensure funds are utilized according to committed government programs, activities. I submit, Chair.
Thank you so very much, CS. Honorable members, point of clarifications, if any. Honorable Chala. CS, your mic.
Thank you, Chair. Appendix 32, non-maintenance of properties. Council Secretary, you are talking of the market ablution block. But when I look at your response, I can quote or read to say the observations are acknowledged and wish to state that this was due to frequent, I want you to mark that word, frequent usage of the facility by the intended stakeholders. Is that the answer that you can give? When these blocks were constructed for who? For individual or for the public? Then you had to ignore until you are reminded by the auditor. That's the time you have to take action. Can you explain why you did what you did? Thank you, Chair.
You only have one question?
I have another one.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Appendix 18, failure to fill vacant positions. Council Secretary, you have the establishment. Your establishment in MUFUMBWE is 345. Filled positions, 100. Positions, 245. 245. When I look at your response, okay, saying, you said that the staffing levels were sufficient to satisfy service delivery needs of the district in line with the annual budget. But the establishment is still saying 345. And again, on remedial measures, what you have said was the council will ensure timely recommendations to the local government service commission. How can you request in good time to the local government service commission when you have no capacity? You have already stated you have no capacity. For you, you are comfortable. You can provide the service that is needed for our people in MUFUMBWE based on this number. But this establishment has to be fulfilled. You have to fill these positions. It's not you to tell the local government to say, no, we don't need this. So I want you to clarify, because you needed to expand your resource mobilization. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Samakai, then Honorable Kandaf. Okay. Your mic, Honorable. Oh, you are not asking now?
I'm not asking now.
Okay. Honorable Kandafula.
I think it's just, thank you, Chair, sorry. It's just an addition to the question that Honorable Chala asked on the non-maintenance of properties. I just wanted to find out from MUFUMBWE If you have a maintenance schedule that indicates your properties, how the frequency at which you are supposed to be doing whatever type of maintenance, which probably if the auditor was to come into MUFUMBWE tomorrow, can find ready. That is, if ever there is one. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Siachisumo, any question?
Thank you, Chair. The question is on the trade funds, Chair. I've seen the sector grant money coming, according to you have said it came late. Do you have CS any evidence to show us that this money came late? And do you plan in advance if the money comes in November or October? Do you plan in advance so that when the money comes, you do the implementation? Thank you, Chair.
All right, just an addition to that question coming from page 8 of your submission, CS. Unspent funds, Zambia Devolution Support Program. You've attached pictures of a stretch of a road, unless if my ears are deceiving me. Is this road complete? CS, you may proceed and answer those 4 questions.
Thank you, Chair. Starting with the first one, that is on ablution lock. Why we stated because of the frequency of the stakeholders. Maybe it's the English there, Chair. When we built this, we actually built for the end users who are the members of public who want to use the ablution block. So maybe just the English, but of course we expected the frequency. Now, at the time when the auditors came, despite the fact that we do the cleaning from time to time, but you know, sometimes it so happens that we are coming from the weekend and the cleaning happens on Monday. So you find that it may not be in good state, but the maintenance is always there. We maintain this public facility. It's not that we had to wait for the auditors to come and tell us. We have actually, arising from what the auditors had raised, we have even intensified the frequency of cleaning the toilets.
And then maintenance schedule before Honorable comes in?
Maybe
there was another question as a follow-up to Honorable Chala's question, if you do have a maintenance schedule for the same facility.
I think that one I'll the direct engineering at the opportune time to come in, because this is the department that does the maintenance, but we've been doing that.
Okay, Honorable Chala.
So before maybe,
No, there is a follow-up question after your response. Yeah, Honorable Chala. Yes.
Council Secretary, people are listening. We are on radio and TV. So, if, according to your response, you are saying maybe the auditor came, something might have happened over the weekend, and then the auditor comes on Monday. But when you look at what the auditor found, this was not happened during the weekend. Because check what is there. Market ablution, 5 toilet pans, 5 toilets were broken. 4 hand wash basins valued at 7,600. And the other doors and the other things here. Meaning, it had taken time. In fact, it's because of the auditor. That's why you had to take the step to maintain this toilet, these ablution blocks. You can't tell this committee that because it would have happened on weekends, all these things would happen in a weekend. Can you clarify?
Yes, before you respond. Okay. The honorable member is not satisfied because you are informing this committee that the reason you couldn't maintain the abortion block, it is because it was used more often. Of course, a abortion block at a marketplace, the usage is massive. The traffic is huge. So now the honorable member wants to find out, first of all, why you couldn't maintain these properties before auditors came. Because between you and the committee, the issue or the excuse of frequency use has fallen off. Okay? Because that was anticipated. It is in a marketplace. So that is the concern of the member. Okay? Because we are not about maybe cleaning. We are talking about movable assets, movable and physical items. So you may respond to that question to the satisfaction of the honorable member. CS.
Thank you very much, Chair. That's why I was first of all giving the daily maintenance. Then, if you recall, Chair, I mentioned that the other part in terms of maintenance, like the Honorable has mentioned, the Director Engineering, a department which is responsible for that, will come in.
Okay.
Will come in.
So maybe at this point, before you proceed, let me invite Director Engineering to probably amplify and make the committee understand why 5 toilet pans and other facilities were not repaired or maintained in good time. Director Engineering.
Okay, thank you so much, Chair. Actually, the CS has put it rightly that there was frequent use. Yeah, because when you look at the design of the facility, it was designed for the population of MUFUMBWE, but as you may well know, there is population explosion because of gold. So there's a lot of trade going on, and
sir, that we understand.
Yes.
When you build an abortion block and you put all the fittings at a bus station, at the market, you expect a traffic, maybe every after second, okay, 24/7. It's a marketplace. But the question is simple and straightforward. We are not talking about maybe the sanitary condition. Okay, the auditors came, visited the toilets, and they were not in a good condition. We are talking about things being broken. It was not a one day, unless if somebody just went there deliberately and broke all the toilet pans on the same day. So this might have been happening on a stretch of time. So that we understand, sir. Okay, so, and we appreciate the answer. So, but we want to learn from you why you allowed, maybe they change the question, why you allowed this situation where you even reached 5 toilet pans being broken without maintaining them.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. I think maintenance was being done, except that it was being done frequently, whereby you replace, maybe after 2 days they are broken, and so forth. So maybe at that particular time, when the auditors visited, I think
okay,
it was not maintained.
Before the auditors came, before this query was raised, how many toilet pans were broken in the past? Because you are saying sometimes it were broken after a few days. So from the time this market was built, these toilets were built, up to this time when this matter was raised, previously, how many toilet pans were broken in the past?
I may not really know. Okay, from the best of my knowledge, the toilet pan was not necessarily broken, but the facilities which are used to flush, those are the ones which were breaking frequently.
According to the Appendix 32, the table that you uplifted from the auditors, and at the time when you had an engagement, they brought it to you before evacuating your premises, evacuating your local authority, that 5 toilet spans have been broken. They asked you to confirm, and you confirmed that indeed 5 toilet pans were broken. It's found in the report. Otherwise, if you didn't do that, they could have struck it out. So I don't know why you are changing the language today. CS, you may help the engineer. The engineer is not helping you. Honorable Chala.
Thank you, Chair. And it's not just the toilet pans. There are also 4 hand wash basins. Again, also doors valued at the 3,000. Even a dog would be breaking every 2 days because of frequent use. There is something that you have not done as a council. It's negligence. You want someone to remind you. That's the habit. Can you explain?
CS, conclude this matter by giving us a satisfactory answer so that we go to other questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chair. Like I stated, when you're dealing with the public, sometimes you'd wonder, Honorable or Chair, where somebody would just, instead of, would step on the pan, and they will just hammer on the door. Or you can't just believe how they would break even the basin, when you're dealing with members of the public. So the frequency actually was high, but like I put it, we have, because this is a public facility, we wouldn't want...
Hold on, sir, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair.
He's prolonging the issue instead of concluding. Actually, I've asked him to conclude, that's but he's expanding it.
That's why probably I want to come in with evidence, because you have been saying that you have been repairing almost after every 2 days. Can you give us evidence that you have been buying those materials and you have been repairing? Thank you.
CS, who is managing the facility?
Ourselves as council.
And on a daily basis, there are officers there?
There are officers there.
Okay, now conclude the matter, sir.
Chair,
is it a fee-paying toilet or is it free?
It's a fee-paying toilet. So, Chair, we have learned something, and we can only apologize that going forward, we'll make sure that the frequency and even...
The frequency is not an issue, sir. The issue is negligence.
No, of maintenance, Chair.
Okay. So, all right, let's go to the next question. There was another question on the vacant positions. Your mic?
The vacant position, Chair, like you might be aware, there is a new structure, of course, coming after the devolution, where there's a new structure which is not coming with the resources. So if you look at MUFUMBWE in terms of, starting from the equalization grants that we are receiving from government, and also if you look at the thin revenue base that we have, the 300 is practically impossible. And we have not reached, that stage where all the 300 can be required. So our thinking was it's better the Commission can give us those in critical positions, and we are able to pay them in terms of salaries. What would be wrong is to cause a lot of arrears where you fail to pay because of the bloated workforce. But when the vacancy falls, we write the Commission so that they replace. And that's why we said in future, going forward, we'll make sure that we inform the Commission. In case of death or in case of transfer, the Commission can be quick to replace that officer.
Yes, these vacancies are not as a result of death, a dismissal, a resignation. Maybe before I complete the question, Honorable Samakai.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. Council, I believe that when you were working out the structure of councils, you could have participated. Am I wrong or right? You could have participated. And when you're looking at the structure of any organization, you first of all look at the functions. Particular organization, the services that they offer, and then from there you can now draw the structure and populate it. From the information you are giving the committee, would I be wrong to suspect that MUFUMBWE Council is not providing all the services that they are supposed to provide to the MUFUMBWE community?
Honorable Chala.
Also, just to add on what honorables have asked, you have talked about the devolution. Example, Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health, the officers are not appointed by the commission. The monies that you are talking about, they don't come from the local government ministry. It comes from their
parent
ministries. Agriculture, veterinary, all the ministries. So we cannot marry the two council secretaries. Here, we are talking about the establishment that you have been given to MUFUMBWE. Unless you are saying we should recommend that MUFUMBWE should not be a district. Thank you, Chair.
What I remember is saying that the devolved functions are not part of this structure. Okay, that is the point the member was making. So the establishment of MUFUMBWE, like the Honorable rightly said, is 345, and then by the time of audit there were only 100 officers, and there was a balance of a deficit of 245. Between between then and now, 8 have been filled, and we have a deficit as we speak. Unless the figures are not adding up, you still have vacancies of 237. Okay, this is the current status, and the honorable members are worried, including the auditors, that in fact this establishment is supposed to 345. Now, in your response, you've said you've written to the commission to fill only the critical vacant positions. They are the creators of this structure. Instead of writing to them to fill all the vacancies, you are giving them options. They are the architects. They are the initiators. Okay? They are the ones who created these structures. And we are also talking about the revenue basket and so on and so forth. So my additional question from what the two members have asked is, have we engaged the local government commission in terms of your capacity to sustain your staff? CS.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe before I bring in the direct administration responsible for the staff, it suffices to mention that sometimes we even get a directive or instructions from the ministry to say that as much as we are requesting for officers from the Local Government Service Commission, you have to prove your capacity in terms of finances before you even engage the commission. So that it's a known fact, Chair, that the Ministry of Local Government is a funder. Then also the local government employees. So they
Who is the funder?
The Ministry of Local Government.
Funding who?
The ministry, the councils.
No. They are not your fund. Yourselves. You are an authority. The Alpha and Omega. The beginning and the end. In fact, you don't remit anything to the common basket. Equalization fund is not funding. It is just the way it sounds, to make you equalize. Yes. Okay, just to make things easier for you. So the local government ministry, as it were, they are not your funders. The funders of MUFUMBWE Town Council are yourselves sitting with us today here. You may proceed, sir.
Yeah, with your indulgence, Chair, maybe allow me to invite. That is on the
yes. Admin.
On the structure.
Direct admin.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just as the CS has already alluded to, you have wanted to say we are the funders as MUFUMBWE Town Council. So now what we are saying is that at the moment as a council, we do not have capacity to say if we were to employ all these employees, we'll be able to pay them a salary. That's the reason why we've said we'll continue engaging the Local Government Service Commission on the critical positions that we feel are really needed. Of course, we understand that all these positions are very important. Their functions are all important, but the capacity to pay is not there. So if we lie to say we are going to employ all these at once, I think we'll be misleading this committee. Thank you.
No, it's not you to employ. It's you have no those powers you do not have. Honorable Samakai.
The word lie is unparliamentary.
Mislead. Okay, anyway, noted, Chair.
Thank you.
I withdraw in a behalf. So, okay, anyway, Honorable Chala, we should be winding down.
On the issue, yeah.
Okay.
I think you only have to pull up your socks because your explanation does not hold water. This query will still come next year. They will visit you, I'm sure they have already started. They will still want to find out. So there is no excuse that you can give this committee. It's up to you to ensure that you find means and ways of ensuring that you expand your revenue base. That's what I can say.
Yeah, you can also write a letter to the Commission as a local authority that everything put together, the establishment from MUFUMBWE may be too much. Okay, but the comfort is that the Commission will appear before this committee and will try to probably engage them on your behalf, because MUFUMBWE is not as big as Zambia Town Council, which has only 45, and there are bigger councils that has less than 345. Other big councils have even 90, other councils 150, but I don't know. Yes, Honorable Chair.
Probably this establishment,
maybe they are a city or a municipal council.
You have included the devolved ministries. It could be.
No. This is the establishment. This table is from the Auditor General's report. So they extracted it for submitting to this committee. So the establishment from MUFUMBWE, as things stand, is 345, and they are yet to fill 237. Okay, so maybe we can proceed, but there was a question that Honorable Samakai asked vis-a-vis service delivery. I don't know if you captured this question. He said, looking at what you have responded and what, as you are saying, are you able to provide the service delivery that is required? That was his question, in case you didn't pick it.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I wouldn't say that we still have some gaps in terms of critical positions which have not been filled by the Local Government Service Commission. One example is the surveyor.
The question was, do I take it that you are failing to provide services? Maybe you can put it in your own words.
Maybe before he answers, Chair, from the misgivings that you have given on the numbers, may I be allowed to withdraw the question, because I think we have to investigate those figures.
Yes, Chair, you are at liberty to. Okay,
I have a question.
Okay, you can ask your last question. Which one? Maybe check your notebook. The notes you are taking, there was a question from Honorable Siasumo. It was on his spending unspent funds. Yes, unspent funds. That was a question from Honorable Kandafula, but Honorable Siasumo, that was the first question he asked, isn't it? It's the same question? Okay, you may proceed, sir, and respond.
Chair, I think on this one, allow me to invite Director of Finance.
Anything attached to the appendices? Director of Finance, use your mic. Okay, we all done? Maybe, okay, Honorable Samakai.
Yeah. Council Secretary, I think make us appreciate what your revenue base is, how much you collect maybe on a monthly basis, and your annual budget in 2024 and what it is now. The second question is on Appendix 2. Your budget, which was promised by the central government as grants to you, MUFUMBWE, is 19.8 plus million. Then you received 27.5 million. So you had a surplus on what you were promised of 7.6 million. You know, we are not only concerned with the poor performance, but we're also concerned with over-performance. This one is over. Is there any special reason that the government could have given you 7.6 million over what they promised you?
CS?
My colleague.
You don't forget to tie the area question?
Yes.
Yep. Director Finance?
We'll speak to that, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so the earlier question was, do we have any evidence to show the late funding?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we didn't carry that evidence, Chair. My apologies for that. In terms of budget and funding, so the biggest chunk of funding on our budget is grants from central government. Our local revenue is quite low. So in that budget of 19, our local revenue was around 4 million. The excess money which you are seeing there was cash for work. Remember, in the year under review, cash for work was introduced as the year was producing. We didn't budget for it. So that excess mostly came from cash for work. However, it suffices to mention that we did manage to collect above the threshold revenue. That's why we don't have it queried as failure to collect.
Okay, all right, well noted. Now, as we conclude, no, Honorable, he answered, but I don't know. Maybe you didn't.
It's not
evidence. Okay, all right.
He cannot just say we don't have the evidence, because to us it will be a weakness on your part to spend money, because you cannot even remember when the money came. So
okay, maybe when did you receive the money? A director?
The money came in October 2025.
So October 2025, you had 2 months to spend it, yeah?
If you look at the nature of the project, we couldn't start spending it immediately because we were supposed to do a road. Usually, we avoid doing grading of roads during the
rain season.
Yes.
Okay, so that now comes to the last question, which the CS have not answered, which you can answer yourself, sir. Okay, Honorable.
There was also a question, do you plan in advance? You shouldn't be forgetting the questions. You should have a pen to write there. Because, if the money came in October, it means you had not planned that the money will come.
No, on that one, Honorable, I can protect my witness. The witness has categorically put it very straight that the money came in October. And the reason the money came because they had planned to do the road. Okay, that is what the witness is submitting. Well, Honorable Chala, let's hope you will not raise a point of order for me for protecting a witness. The weather for Luapura province and northwestern province, Honorable Chala, rains start in October. So they have said they could not start because of the rain season. But anyway, maybe you can just answer the question I asked if this same road is complete, looking at the director engineering. The road doesn't look complete. No drainage, no apron. It's just like gravel is spread.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, the contractor had to stop. He was given a stop order because of the heavy rains. And I think as of last week, that's when he is remobilizing. So the road is not complete. There were just some dumps of gravel which were put along the road. They were not spread. So because of heavy rains like it is, he withdrew. Now he's coming back. I think by today he should have remobilized to restart.
But sir, this audit query is coming from 2024. That is when you are cited to spend these funds for the road. This is 2026. So you had the entire year, 2025. Okay, I know auditors came last year around September, isn't it? So, but these monies should have come late in 2024, if I'm not mistaken, not 2025. 2024. You should have received it in 2024 according to the record. So you've had 1 year to complete. So maybe what is the status as we speak?
The road is not complete.
So there is another rain season. So when do you intend to complete?
Yeah, I think in 3 months' time the road will be complete since the contractor has remobilized. 3
months, it's not practical, so it's not possible. How many kilometers are we talking about?
Talking about 3 kilometers remaining.
Okay, maybe, perhaps. We take your word as gospel truth, but auditors will verify. Honorable Siasa Chumo, is someone not satisfied?
Yeah, why we are asking these questions, I'm sure this is donor money, not so. We have seen some councils losing this money because they don't stick to the guidelines of the donor. Is it not so, CS and the director engineering? There are councils who have lost because they don't stick to the guidelines of the donors. So our advice to you is better you stick to donor guidelines. As the chair has said, the money could have come much earlier than that because you don't remember. Maybe even Director Finance was just guessing to say October 2025. Because as he has said, the audit is before that. Yeah, it's before that. So it could be you are not telling us the truth. But our worry is the community which you are servicing. Because the community needs these services. That's where the problem is, Chair. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Member, for the council. And we come to the end of our deliberation. And before we do that, there are some issues that I would like to bring to your attention. The summary of the issues that we are looking at this afternoon. We are looking at the unspent funds, which indicating the weak program implementation. So as honorable members are saying, unless it is extremely impossible to implement such programs, even when you receive monies in October, sometimes there are drought spells where you can take advantage and begin to work. And also there is a high turnover of failure to achieve planned outputs, reflecting weak monitoring systems. Be realistic in the targets you set for yourselves. Okay, I know it sounds good to be ambitious, but look at the skills you have, the staff available, and from there you can project the targets you set for yourselves. And for us today, the elephant in the room is failure to maintain the sanitary facilities at the market. It is very critical to avoid the obvious outbreak of diseases. You need to put implementation, a program or maintenance schedule in place so that at any given time those facilities are in a usable condition. And lastly, you need to expand your revenue base. For you to exist as a local authority, you need money. And I will repeat what I said initially. You are supposed to be the Omega and Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. You are an authority. The authority means you are on your own. So widen the revenue base, try to come up with business ventures that will improve your collections so that at the end of the day, the much needed services to our people may be given when it is needed. So before I close the meeting, I would like to invite you for closing remarks, if any. CS.
No, thank you so much, Chair. It's been a pleasure, and definitely we're not going to take your counsel for granted. As we get back to our station, we'll reflect and work on those weaknesses going forward, Chair. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome, and I would like to withdraw that was conferred on you, as we wish you safe travel back to MUFUMBWE and wish you all the best. The meeting has come to an end. Travel safely.
Thank you for joining us once again. That's MUFUMBWE Town Council interacting with the Committee on Local Governance, Housing and Chiefs Affairs as the committee is considering the audit of the accounts of the local authorities for the financial year ended 31st December 2024. And the MUFUMBWE Town Council was being led by the Council Secretary, that's Mr. MUFUMBWE. And quite a number of issues that the committee did note regarding MUFUMBWE Town Council, among them the failure by the council to achieve planned outputs, the failure to maintain sanitary facilities in markets by the council, and the committee also did note that the MUFUMBWE Town Council actually needs to expand their revenue base, and this in turn will, give the community better, services that they deserve. So those are some of the notables that were made by the Committee on Local Governance, Housing and Chiefs Affairs. We're still standing by for our last witness regarding them appearing before this particular committee, and this is Chavuma Town Council. So do stand by for Chavuma Town Council. Good afternoon.